Hello, this is Craig Mitchell, your personal mortgage consultant for life. And this video that you're going to watch today is an excerpt from one of my first-time homebuyer seminars. So if you're a first-time homebuyer, this is information you definitely need to know. And even if you're not a first-time homebuyer, I can almost guarantee that most of the information will be new to you, so you can definitely benefit by watching it. If you do have any questions or comments after watching the video, please email me or call me, and my contact information will be provided at the end of the video. Okay, so today we're going to cover bidding wars and how to win a bidding war without paying the highest price. Now this is important because in the real estate market that we're in today, there is a good chance that you're going to get into a bidding war. Now what a bidding war is when you have a house that's for sale and you have multiple people trying to buy the house at the same time. So you're competing with at least one other person to buy the house, and basically whoever offers the most money wins. Now most people don't like getting into bidding wars because they're afraid that if they get into a bidding war, they're going to end up paying more than the house is worth. So here's the secret to winning bidding wars without paying more than the house is worth. So first of all, you don't have to worry about paying too much for the house because you will not have to pay more than the house is actually worth. If the appraisal comes in lower than what you bid, the seller will lower the price of the house to match the appraisal. If the appraisal comes in higher than what you bid, you still get the house for the original bid, which means you got a great deal. Now let me clarify one thing. This strategy mainly works when you're buying a bank-owned home or a foreclosure. And as you know, there's a ton of foreclosures out there right now. Now this sometimes works when the seller's a regular person, but when it's bank-owned, it's a foreclosure, it's pretty much a slam dunk. Now I'm guessing right now you're probably scratching your head wondering, why would the bank take less money than you originally offered? Well, if you offer $200,000 and let's say the appraisal comes in at $180,000, well, that's not the bank's fault that you offered $200,000. So why is the bank willing to lower the price when the appraisal comes in low? So here's how it works. You cannot get a loan on a house for more than it appraises for. Even if you want to pay more for the house than it appraises for, you can't get a loan on it. It's impossible. And when the bank owns the house, they want to get rid of this house as quickly as possible. And the bank's a bank. They realize that no one can get a loan for more than the value of the house. So if the house happens to appraise for less, the banks are willing to drop the price because that's the most that anyone, not just you, that's the most that anyone's going to be able to get a loan for is what the house appraises for. So if you think about it, it actually makes perfect sense. Now this works most of the time when the seller is a regular person, but not always. Sometimes when you're dealing with a person and not a bank, you'll get some sellers that tend to get emotional. Some people have an idea of what they think their house is worth, and when the appraisal comes in low, sometimes they'll just take it off the market and they won't sell it. But that doesn't happen with the banks because they don't want to keep the house. They want to get rid of it. So here's the advantage that you're going to have over other buyers who you're competing against. Even though most realtors know what I just told you, most of them don't tell their clients this. A few do, but most don't. And my guess is the reason that realtors don't tell their clients this is because there is no guarantee that the banks are going to take less, and they're afraid of being wrong. I'm sure there are some cases where the banks will not lower the price, but our company does thousands of loans per year, and I've personally never seen it. 99% of the time they are going to lower the price. So don't be afraid to be aggressive when bidding on foreclosures, because chances are you're not going to have to pay the bid price anyway if it's over the appraised value. I have clients every single month that save anywhere from $5,000 to $40,000 on their house because the appraisal comes in below what they offered. Now one thing I do want to caution you on is if your bid is ridiculously high, if you bid $300,000 on a $200,000 house, the seller or the bank is going to realize what you're doing and they're just not going to take your offer. So you want to be aggressive within reason, and a good realtor will help you figure out what that number is. Now I'm not a realtor, as you've probably figured out, but I do have some great real estate agents that I work with, so if you need a referral, just shoot me an email or give me a call and I'll point you in the right direction.